Everyone, my name's Kevin Jenks, and the theme of the week we're going to be talking about is the power of a smile. And I find myself, I play a game with people sometimes when I'm walking on the street with strangers, and that is how long does it take me to get a smile out of them, simply by smiling back, not by pulling funny faces or anything like that. But that would be a good game as well. And I don't necessarily do it because it's a fun game. I do it to help further this drive that we all have towards connection, whether we want to admit it or not. But there are, human beings as a species are a social species. We thrive on connection, and a smile is one of the easiest ways to establish some of that connection. Now, sure, it's not a deep connection necessarily, but it certainly brings community often, or a sense of community or a sense of connection in situations where there otherwise wouldn't be. How many times do we walk in, are we surrounded in a crowded space, whether we're waiting in line for I don't know, something like ice cream, because this is something that I tend to do. I'm waiting in line of ice cream. You're looking at all the flavors, and the people are moving everywhere, and it's like everyone's seemingly ignoring everyone else. But I'm sure everyone knows exactly who's on their left, who's on their right. What flavors are they looking at? What flavors, and things like that. And it's like, by simply acknowledging the people around us, yeah, fine, we don't necessarily create these instant friendship, but we warm up the space. And what that does is essentially, well, it lightens up my day to know that the people around me are in acknowledgement of my existence. And I'm assuming that the converse is also true, that people around me would feel acknowledged for their existence, basically. So that's one of the reasons why I like doing it. Plus, especially showing the next generation, like Alia, that the world is not, of course, danger exists in the world, but the majority of people that are in this world are good people. The majority of people are friendly people. The majority of people can be trusted. And so, smiling, I just find, creates that space. And the other thing that it that it does as well is in acknowledgement of people serving me. I found it a highly useful thing. It's so easy. And I find it now I'm often rushed and doing 1,000 things. And it's so easy when I'm experiencing service of some kind, whether it was at the supermarket just 45 minutes ago or somewhere else in my life. It's so easy to kind of just like, complete the transaction and run off. And so I find that at minimum, even when I'm rushed and doing 1,000 things and have my hands full and Alia screaming and all the rest of it, I just at minimum push myself towards one smile, which is always usually followed by some kind of conversation of some sorts. And the last thing I want to talk about on the power of a smile is my dog, Georgie, the little toy cavoodle. I'm convinced that she smiles. She pulls her cheeks back in the same way that us humans pull our cheeks back. We see her teeth, but she's not panting. Like usually you see dogs when they're panting. She does it when she's excited. She does it when she knows she's about to go somewhere, or if she's been at home by herself and we've just come home. And there's this like big grin that looks back on us. And it got me thinking, I haven't looked at the research, but it got me thinking that perhaps she's learned how to smile from us, or perhaps it's innate, or perhaps I'm making it up. But either way, I thought it was a fun thing to close on. So that is what I have for you on the power of a smile.